Hey, this is Jeff again with the Valhalla Ventures, ReGuideService.com, ReiguideService.com. Look, I was going to do one of those videos where I use props and all that stuff to make my point, but I decided that you're going to have to be an audible listener or audible learner today instead of visual props. I'm enjoying my hammock under the trees too much. So if you have a bucket and that's your bank account under your mattress, wherever you keep it, but your bank account, and all of your bills and money comes out of that amount of money, and you're off to work every day with your little pail to try to go find spigots that you can get some water out of and bring it back and dump it into your bucket bank account. All the holes in that bucket at home would be your bills, your debts, your things that have to come out of it every month: food, housing, electricity, fuel, that kind of stuff. All right. And so off you go every day, getting more and more. And what happens is a lot of people start to find better and better spigots, giving more and more water, so they go get themselves a bigger pail to transport it. But then they also were putting bigger holes in their bucket, so they're just doing as much work, but they're not really filling up the bucket any faster, right? And some people think that you can work to a point and put away money in a 401k and all that, and eventually fill up your bucket all the way. But you can't, because there's taxes, there's food, there's insurance, health stuff. There's all kinds of reasons that money is going to be coming out of that bucket. Water's going to be leaking out of it, right? And tragedy can strike, and sometimes those holes, like medical stuff, will open up and be very tragic and make it so that it's impossible to keep that bucket filled in any way, shape, or form. So what the goal is to take a length of tubing and find a way to run that tubing from the spigot directly to your bucket, avoiding you having to transfer back and forth, for you to avoid having to do that work. And if you can just find a way to get that enough tubing to go to your bucket, it might be from a bunch of different spigots. You might have tubing from 6 or 7 different spigots in order to accommodate for the holes that you have and make your bucket overflow. And that's the goal, right? To get yourself a bigger and bigger bucket and close off some of those holes, so that eventually you have enough passive income coming in that even with all your bills and expenses, all the holes, all the debt, that your bucket's still going to be overflowing. And that overflowing is you getting to bless others. So find a way to save all that work and effort that you put into making those daily trips and get it done. Later.